Hello and welcome back to Power Analytics. If you are new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and click the bell icon to get notified of our latest videos. Today we are diving into Microsoft Fabric and exploring how Dataflows Gen2 can revolutionize your data ingestion and transformation processes. So let's get started. Imagine you are working for a global retail company with stores all around the world. As a data engineer, your task is to prepare and transform data from various sources into a format suitable for data analysis and reporting. The business has requested a semantic model that consolidates disparate data from different stores. This is where Dataflows Gen2 in Microsoft Fabric comes in handy. Microsoft Fabric offers a unified solution for data engineering, integration, and analytics. A crucial step in end-to-end analytics is data ingestion. Now, Data Flows Gen 2 allows you to ingest and transform data from multiple sources and then land the cleansed data in your preferred destination. This makes your data preparation process consistent and efficient. In our scenario, we need to develop a semantic model that standardizes the data and provides access to the business. By using Dataflows Gen 2, we can connect to various data sources, prepare and transform the data. To allow access, we can land the data directly into Lakehouse or use a data pipeline for other destinations. So what exactly is a data flow? Data flows are a type of cloud-based ETL tool for building and executing scalable data transformation processes. Dataflow Gen 2 allows you to extract data from various sources, transform it using a wide range of operations, and load it into a destination. With Power Query Online, you get a visual interface to perform these tasks easily. Let's take a look at Power Query Online interface. Here you can see the Power Query ribbon, the queries pane, the diagram view, and the data preview pane and the query setting pane. So this visual interface helps you perform transformations and see how they affect your data in real time. Using Dataflows Gen 2 has several benefits. It extends data with consistent data, like a standard date dimension table. It allows self-service users to access subset of data separately. It optimizes performance by enabling data reuse. It simplifies data source complexity for large analyst groups. It ensures consistency and quality of data before loading it to a destination. It provides a low-code interface for easy data integration. However, there are some limitations. It's not a replacement for a data warehouse. Row-level security isn't supported here, and a fabric capacity workspace is required. Now let's walk through a typical workflow. We will create a Dataflow Gen 2 in Data Factory workload. Using Power Query Online, we will extract and transform data from various sources. Once the data is ready, we will land it to a lakehouse. I have already a workspace over here, but I'm going to create a new workspace for this activity. So let me create a new workspace and I'll name it as test workspace for data flows, right? So in this workspace, I'm going to create a lakehouse. It should be unique. Test for data flows lakehouse. So I have my new lakehouse over here. Now what we can do is we can see here the new Dataflow Gen 2. We can click on it. It will take some time. Right. So as we see that this is the data flow, and then what we can do, we can see different options over here. So we can we can ingest the data from different sources into the data flow, right? You can import the data from an Excel, you can connect to an SQL server and get the data here. You can import from a text file or a CSV file, or you can import from another data flow as well. So for our use case, what we can use is we can import the data from a CSV file. So in Microsoft documentation, we have the link for the path basically for this data set. So maybe we can copy it and we can click on it first, and then we can paste that URL over here. We can create a new connection, and then we can do next. So yeah, we are connected to the data source as of now, right? And then what we can do is we can create the data flow, right? So here at the top you can see the diagram version of the transformations, right? So what it can, we can clearly see here that okay, we are connected to the source, and then these this is the header, and then we are promoting the header, and then there are some changes done on this, right? And then we can see over here the applied steps. So basically the data type of certain column has been changed automatically, and that is what you can see here in the applied steps, right? So what we are going to do here is we can do a transformation. Maybe we can go to add column over here, and then we can go to custom columns. Here you can create a custom column like month name, right? And over here you can write any of the function, right? So what we are going to do, we are following Microsoft Fabric documentation as of now. So they have given us one example, right? So this is month number, and then we are using this function over here. So date dot month, and we are just extracting the month from the order date, right? So that's what we are going to do here. Okay, so this is month number, and then here we are going to use date dot month, and then we can take the order date, right? Data type we can select as a whole number, and then we can click on OK. So here you can see this new added column is here, the custom column with the data type as whole number, and then you can also see the applied steps, right? So this applied step has been added over here. So you can change the order of these applied steps if you want, if you think that it is needed, or if there is any requirement, but yeah, you have to be careful with that, right? So then what you can do is here you can see the data destination. So once all the transformations are done in the data flow, you can save the data flow in a lake house, right? And then you can change that destination from here. So if you click on it, you can select the lake house that you have created, right? So this is the lake house that you have created. We have created test workspace for data flow. So you can click on it, right? And then you can give the table name over here, right? So this was the workspace, and under this workspace we have the lake house. So this is the lake house, and we can select it and we can give the table name basically. So we are giving it as orders, and then we can click on next. Right. So we can save this setting over here, and then yeah, our lake house is selected, right? And then we can publish it. So once you click on publish, you can see the data flow is here, and yeah, it will take some time to write the data. Since our data is not huge, it will take few seconds, I would say. So once the data flow is there, we can use it in two ways. We can either use it as a table in a semantic model, or we can also use it in Azure Data Factory as an activity in a pipeline by writing this data flow into a Delta Lake table. So let me quickly check, refreshing this browser. Yeah, so this is done, right? So this is refreshed. Now what we can do is we can again go to a data pipeline. We can create a data pipeline basically, right? You can either do it from here, or what you can do is you can go to data engineering workload again, and there you can see, right? We can go to our workspace. Okay, so you can create a data pipeline from here, right? I'm using the pipeline 1 as the name, and then I'm going to create it. So I'm going to click on pipeline activity. I'm going to select the data flow, right? So this is the data flow that I have selected. I can go to the setting of this data flow. This I have already selected, yeah, and I'm going to the setting of this data flow. So I'm going to select my data flow that I have created. So the name of the data flow is data flow 1 itself. So I'm going to select it, right? So this data flow has been selected. Now quickly, the next step would be you can include a data flow as an activity, which we have already done, right? We have selected this data flow, and we have selected our data flow also, and then on the home tab we can save this pipeline as a save icon, okay, and then we can run it, okay. So basically we have to load this data, right? From your Fabric enabled workspace, make sure you are still in data, select the new data pipeline, and then when prompted, click the new pipeline name load data. Let's try what happens if we do this. You have unsafe changes if you continue. Okay, save and run. Fine. I'm just saving it and then I'm running it. Okay, so this is the output. Let me see what it says. And now it has been succeeded. So what happened is, so if I go to my workspace, in the workspace, let me go to this lake house. In the lake house, I'll be having the table, and in the table I have this order table, right, which we have ingested, right? So what we did here, first of all, we have created a data flow. Data flow is nothing but the Power Query online. In data flow, we have connected to our data source. We did all the transformations, and then we saved that data flow in our workspace. Once that is done, we went to our lake house, and then there we have created a pipeline, and then we have loaded the data into our Delta table. Now we have the table in our delta table. We can use it for creating our semantic model for reporting purposes. Also, this delta table can be used by the data engineers or the data scientists for their different use cases. So I hope in this session you have learned how to create a data flow in Microsoft Fabric and then how we can load the data into a delta lake table. Thanks for watching this video. If you have any questions, please comment in the comment box. Thank you all. Make sure to like, subscribe and hit the bell icon so you don't miss out on that or any future videos. Thanks for watching Power Analytics and see you next time.